Oh, hi, Mark. Welcome to a very special episode, they're all special, of ranking the studio albums. This is Hank Williams III edition. I am, Hank Williams III, he feels like a very lesser known musician, and I'm very excited to be talking about him today. If you're here because you like Hank Williams III, hey, I'm glad to meet you. I'm glad that there are some other fans out there. This guy, wow, has a really strange catalog. Really strange character here. I grew up where my parents were listening to Hank Williams Sr. and Jr., and I discovered Hank III, and I fell in love just like with the other two Hanks. It's a shame that we're probably not going to get a Hank IV. I believe he is out there, but I don't believe he is making music, or if he is, he's not going under that name, whatever. But, it looks like Hank III has had some real problems over his career. And let's just jump into ranking the albums from worst to best. He's got a lot of albums, so let's just jump right into this weird mess. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 albums. But some of these, are they a joke? I could not believe my ears. Starting with the worst. 3-bar ranch cattle calling? This is 72 minutes. It's listed as speed metal and grindcore, but it's 71 minutes and 47 seconds of gibberish. There is no music. There's no guitar. If there are guitars, it's buried in the mix. I don't even hear Hank Williams III vocals on this. All I hear is cattle ranchers mumbling incoherently for 72 minutes. I was in agony trying to listen to this from front to back. 72 minutes. It was unreal. I thought something was wrong. I found this album on YouTube, and I thought something was wrong. I was like, this cannot be the songs. Like, this is just noise. This is just cow noises. And I listened on another website. It was cow noises. I listened on another website. It was cow noises. Some of the tracks are 10 minutes plus of cow noises. Oh my God! It scarred me for life. I went to work the next day after I listened to this, and I was telling people I had heard the worst music I've ever heard in my life. This is... now, I think Hank III was maybe angry at his record company. I couldn't imagine that this was on purpose, or that this was not on purpose. Like, this is unreal. 72 minutes of what do you call it? The Speed Talkers, auctioneers. Yeah, this is 72 minutes of auctioneers and cow noises, and it's the same sounds. It's not even 72 original minutes. It's like 3 minutes of auctioneers and cows on a loop for 72 minutes. This is the worst, definitively the worst music I've ever heard in my life. And I am Chris Norwood. I'm on a journey to hear every song ever recorded. This is absolutely the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Coming in next is going to be Ghost to a Ghost. and it was pretty bad. This has it on Wikipedia listed as country, ambient, Cajun, and folk. No, ma'am, no, sir. It's gibberish. Again, it's absolute gibberish, and there's so many songs. This is supposed to be a concept record. This is 30 plus tracks of absolute nonsense. There's no melody. There's very little lyrics. It's just, I don't know how anybody let this be produced. I don't know what in the world this is. I really flippin' don't. It's unreal. Let me look at the let's see, Ghost to a Ghost. It is, oh my gosh, over almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours of garbage, like purposely garbage music. He's screwing over the record label. I've heard, I think Neil Young did this on a couple of records. This is the worst screwing over a record label that I've ever heard. This is unbelievable. I can't imagine, like, they should have just said, hey, we're not releasing this, just go. I don't know what kind of thing they were holding over his head that he had to put some garbage like this out. It's unimaginable. Coming in next is going to be, this one kind of gets a little better. This is Attention Deficit Domination. Hank III's got me very concerned. He's got me a little tiffed here. This one's got 9 songs, and this one is listed as heavy metal, doom metal, and stoner metal combined. And this one has some moments. This does have some moments on it that are entertaining. Pretty awful production. Like this was recorded underwater while a war was going on. This is like the craziest discography I've ever ranked. The third worst album is fourth is a Fiendish Threat, and it's so underground it doesn't even have a Wikipedia. I know that doesn't always mean like super underground. A Fiendish Threat is kind of a punk rock record by Hank III, and I actually enjoyed it, although it did have some extremely bad production. Like, I stole a $5 microphone off my dad's computer, and I've made better records than this, or better sounding records than this. What in the world? Are you recording with are you recording through dirt? Because, I mean, it's a punk rock record, and I guess it's supposed to sound like that, but it sounds like it was recorded in the dirt with nothing, starving to death. Let's get into some better stuff. Brothers of the 4x4. This one's pretty good. This one's getting better. This is getting into some good territory. This actually has some production value of some kind on it, and it's a pretty listenable album. It's got maybe kind of not the best, not the worst. But, things are getting better now. So we're getting into the good Hank III records. So we're out of the mud and the muck. We're out of the doom metal and the psychedelic cows and boring ghost towns, and oh man, that was some of the worst music ever made, ever created. Coming in next is going to be his debut album, Rising Outlaw. I believe my parents had this one, and this was a neo-traditional country album. I know that, you know, he's kind of said that he was kind of forced to follow in his, you know, family's footsteps. But it's actually, you know, it's a really good listen, and I have a lot of fond memories of listening with both my parents to this record, just blasting on my dad's really nice stereo setup. So, I've lived with that record for a while, and you know, it's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good debut album, even though he didn't enjoy making it. Coming in next is going to be Hillbilly Joker. Kind of digging that album cover a little bit, the gas mask. Much heavier, including thrash metal. This one, a lot of fun. Is like a, you know, a cowpunk and thrash metal sound. Really fun listen on Hillbilly Joker. Coming in next is going to be his sophomore record, Lovesick, Broke, and Driftin'. This one, you know, kind of still has the outlaw country, the country rock, rockabilly, neo-traditional country, and cowpunk. Digging that cowpunk. And a lot of the same. There's a Bruce Springsteen cover at the end, which is really cool. Excuse me. And yeah, really like this one a lot. Let's see, we've got, we've got 3 more, so we're in my top 3 Hank Williams III albums. Okay, Darn Right, Rebel Proud, except it's not darn, it's a bad word. Oh, the Grand Old Opry ain't so grand anymore. Oh, that's if we're talking songs, Grand Old Opry. This is the first great song we've got to so far. Candidate's a pretty good one. So yeah, the Grand Old Opry is the first huge highlight for me in this discography that we've gotten to so far. That's on Darn Right, Rebel Proud from 2008. This is around the time I started to really get into Hank Williams III. Bless you, buddy. Okay, are you guys ready for my top 2 favorite Hank Williams III albums? Bless you again. Stop sneezing on my record collection back there. Coming in second is going to be Rebel Within. This is now this one's kind of you know, stays with the country theme, with, you know, still the outlaw, the neo-traditional, and the cowpunk being featured a little bit in what kind of sounds like traditional country. I absolutely love Drinking Ain't Hard to Do and Drinking Over Mama. Those 2 songs just hit frippin' hard. Frippin'. They hit so flippin' hard. Make you cry. Drinking Ain't Hard to Do, especially if you're drinking over mama. So Rebel Within, great album, great wonderful tunes. The only thing better in Hank Williams III's discography, and I'm going to do Hank Sr. and Hank Jr. At some point. I know it's going to be a little tricky with Hank Sr. because he really didn't have many studio albums. And Hank Jr. has too many. It's like 1,000 studio albums, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do all the Hanks. my favorite, my top, the best, the greatest Hank Williams III album of all time. Have you guessed it? What's your pick? Straight to the heck. Not heck. This thing is amazing. Oh my goodness, and it's 90 minutes long. So, Satan is Real, Straight to Hell is a good one. Pills I Took is one of the highlights. Bleep in Dixie. Not featured on the clean version for obvious reasons. I'm here to put the in Dixie and put the back in country. Cause if you look the way I'm feeling, it sounds like a bunch of to me. Oh, that's so fun. So fun. Not Everybody Likes Us clears up a long running legend about about Kid Rock, rumored to be the son of Hank Jr. And just so you know, he's no son. Just so you know, he's a Yank. He's no son of Hank. And if you think so, well, bleep, bleep, you're bleeping dumb. Oh man, this is a killer record. Satan is Real, Straight to Hell, our highlights, Pills I Took, and Bleep in Dixie, and Not Everybody Likes Us. All 5 of those tracks are just flipping sick. There you have it, folks. That's been ranking the really weird, bizarre, and varied discography of Weirdo Hank III. He's got some, if you don't know, here's a little tidbit bonus track for you. I actually saw a video when I was researching him where he actually has a little record. He didn't get to know his grandfather, and he really didn't get to know his dad either. But the only way he knows Hank Sr. is from his music, and he actually has, some of the only things he has from him was, I think he had a gun and a little record that Hank the Sr. recorded for his wife that nobody's ever heard. So that was really interesting. So please like and subscribe for all the music information that you could ever hope to gather from listening to every song ever recorded, like I'm doing. I've been listening to a lot of music, so like and subscribe, because I've been listening to a lot of music. Thank you. Bye. Like and subscribe!